Do a barrel roll.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Nerd Evolution. I am your host, Joey, and I'm joined with my main man, Crunchy here. Say hello.
Hello. Hello. You're pointing the other way, but
No,
hi,
you're over
I'm
here.
Crunchy.
You're
What?
over here. You're over there.
I don't see myself. I don't see myself.
You
over
look
there,
the way
but
I
I believe
pointed
you.
because you're over
Okay.
there.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
okay. I got you. Yeah.
I'm going to rename you Technical Difficulties.
You gave that to AJ. Now I know it's a bit. Now I know it's a bit. Okay.
And of course, we always have Irish, also known as Rob, Lord Irish from Scotland. He has so many names. He's basically like a character out of Game of Thrones now. He is like
Just take your pick. Call me whatever.
the breaker of chains,
Just don't call me late for dinner.
the bringer of sauce, and we have Pac-Man. How's it going today, Pac-Man?
It's going good.
I don't know what he's doing. So we're gonna have a little bit of a different episode for you guys tonight. A little bit of a change up, trying to keep it fresh. We're gonna start with our typical go-to, which is mystery topic, and then we're gonna go straight into our main, and then from there we'll have some new stuff to go around. So let's get straight into it. So, mystery topic. Everyone who plays video games comes around once in a while to having more games than you can play at some point. So, my topic for today is backlog of games that you have not finished. Now, so even though we're in a pandemic and a lot of people are home all the time, doesn't necessarily always mean you have time to play said games. I myself have gone over my list of games that I haven't finished, and these are just the highly anticipated games that I bought with my money. I did not get these for free. These are not part of a shared library. I spent my money on these games. Highly anticipated, remember. I was waiting for these to come out so I could play them, and I have not finished them. By finished, I mean the main story. These are not multi-massive online. This is not something that has no end like Minecraft. This is an actual game that has a start and a finish that you can play through, even though there's a multiplayer on some. But these are just the ones that I got in the year 2020. This is not even my full list.
Oh.
So,
Oh no.
some of these are going to surprise you, especially a few people on this panel. And the very first one is Cyberpunk 2077. I have yet to finish the story because I have been so slammed all the time, and I just cannot find the time to put myself into it. And another one, this is going to really surprise you on this one, Ghost of Tsushima.
That is a good game.
I know. I know. I was loving the game. It's beautiful. The story is amazing. The character design is awesome. The way that they crafted the whole Genghis, all the different things with the samurai and everything. Just everything about that game is just beautiful, and I loved playing it. Haven't finished the main story.
Have you played any of the multiplayer?
None. Not a single moment. Ooh. I don't even think I have it installed.
The multiplayer is real good. You should get back into it.
I will one day. But first, Last of Us 2. I know how it ends. Thank you, Irish. You bastard.
Yeah.
Damn.
Everyone
did him like that.
He wanted it.
I wanted it because I didn't have time to finish it, and I wanted to know. If I wanted to be spoiled, I'm gonna ask somebody who I want to spoil it, because I know how he spoils. Like, he'll tell me things in a real way that I can relate to, and it won't be filled with a whole bunch of BS. So I listen whenever he talks about these things. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I have been waiting to play Cyberpunk, but almost as much as I've been waiting to play Last of Us. And I got the game, did not get a chance to finish it yet. I still can finish it. I have it. I can play it. Now, this game, I haven't even installed. Doom Eternal. I got it. I bought this game on sale, and I haven't finished the last one, But I was going to dedicate like a 3-day weekend to just blowing through this game. Haven't even installed it. It's on my Steam library,
Oh, man.
not installed. I know. I have
Dang.
Control. I got Control for I think it was like $8 or $10 or something on sale, and I played through a couple of hours of it. I played it 2 days. Star Wars Squadrons, the single player part of it, not the multiplayer. Of course, there's no end to that. But I have yet to play the story at all. I load it up. I play the HOTAS, get in there and do some space battles, and that's about it. Hades. My 6-year-old has more time on Hades than I do.
Wow. Oh man.
I know. It's sacrilege, right? Right. Now,
Well, I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna blow through these next ones for you real quick because I want to hear some of y'all's games. This is, remember, the ones that you guys bought in the year 2020, and it's highly anticipated. You spent your money on and did not finish. Now, blowing through the rest of mine, Immortals: Phoenix Rising. I got that on the Switch. That's basically the Breath of the Wild with Greek mythology. It's actually a lot of fun if you haven't played it. Luigi's Mansion. I haven't even made it to Luigi in it yet.
You talking about the new one or just the
Yeah.
old one?
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Oh wow.
The new
Wow.
one.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, right? Ori and the Will o' the Wisp. And I have a reason for that one, though. So I have a reason for that one. My family, my wife and son, we got Ori. I installed it on my son's Nintendo, and we loved it. We started playing it as a family. We sit on the couch and we pass the controller when one of us dies, and we all take turns trying to get through the game. We, as a family, started and finished Blind Forest. That's the first one, right?
Cool.
I was making sure I don't have
Yep.
to go backwards. Okay, yeah. And so finally, Will o' the Wisp came out on the Switch. So of course I grabbed it. I got the definitive edition, and I went and we have made it to the spider. If you've played the game, we're on the spider, and we can't beat the spider. It's a giant spider. Anyway, we are playing it as a family. So whenever we have time to play as a family, we sit on the couch and we play it. We play it deep into the night, but we just haven't had time. We played it the other day, but this game came out in 2019, but I didn't get it until 2020. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Haven't finished that yet?
No,
That's on my list. That's on my list too. Yeah.
Link's
I got it on
Awakening,
sale.
the remake on Switch. I haven't finished it yet. I finished the OG one though. Resident Evil 2, the remake. I haven't. Now I was gonna say 3, but then I remembered I didn't buy 3. So it's on our shared library. But I'm close to the end. I'm being chased by the Nemesis guy through. The helicopter has crashed and everything, and I've made it outside of the police station. But I
I
haven't
mean,
finished.
Mr. X.
Yeah, you're right. Because 3 is Nemesis, but it's basically the same thing. Anyway, but now those are just my list of obtained in 2020 and haven't finished. I have others. I have more. I have other games I haven't finished that I've got before the year 2020. So let's start with Canaan. Crunchy. Tell me just a
Oh
couple.
man. In the year 2020, there's
You-
like a few games.
2020.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few that I have that I
it doesn't have
purchased
to
that
come
have
out
not.
in 2020.
Yeah.
But
Well, no, yeah, this is when I purchased it because Red Dead Redemption 2 is on my list. At least the PC port. I got it for
Right.
like $40 and I've not been able to play it. And another one, this is gonna be a cardinal sin to some of y'all. The original Bioshock. I bought it like
Really?
in the collection. Yes, the original Bioshock. I bought it in the original collection. And like it came out when I was like, oh, I think max, and I didn't even start like playing games till I was like 15, 16. So I just completely skipped it. It's a miracle I even played Fallout
Yeah.
3, but like I have never been able to beat it, just to sit down and beat it because it's like a dated title. It's hard. It's kind of hard to go from like Bioshock Infinite
Mhm.
back to the original Bioshock. It's such a juxtaposition
Yeah.
in terms of mechanics, in terms of game like fighting quality, combat balance, stuff like that. That it's a completely different experience. The remaster makes it a little bit better, but not to the point where it's like, oh, I can sit down and just crank this out. I know the story's good, but to be honest, I might just watch a let's play.
Even the HD remake of that, it
Yeah.
still looks good. And if you play it on a monitor that's more than 1080p, it's gonna show its age. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I have like you were saying with Hades, I beat the very first game that studio made and released, but they made a second one called Bastion, which is in my humble opinion like a spiritual prequel to what Hades is because of the way that the mechanics work.
I
It's a
know the game.
roguelike. Yeah, Bastion. I've sat down and I bought that last year, but I've not been able to beat it just because like it's pretty intense. It's very intense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hades is on in the same vein. I'm probably gonna buy it, and I haven't I haven't beat it yet either. And then Metro Exodus. I bought that when it came onto Steam, like tail end of I think it was either tail end of 19 or like
I remember.
80%
Yeah.
of the way through 20. Yeah. And I just have not been able to just sit down and beat. I've started it and it is fantastic. It's definitely one of the best intros into the
hmm
Metro franchise. I just haven't been able to sit down and play it. It's like all
That
the way through.
Mhm.
I'm
that
super
one
busy on other
that
stuff.
one was on my list, but I had to take it off because I realized that I got it through Game Pass, and I
Yeah.
mean, I pay for Game Pass, but technically
Mhm.
it's like getting a free game.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but now we're gonna go through this just a little bit more. I have one more thing to add to it, but I want to hear the other two guys real quick. Did you have anything last to add on that one, Kanan?
I'm good. That's basically it.
Pacman, give me a couple from you.
So my wife actually just recently got me the Spider-Man Miles Morales,
Hmm.
and that is also a sin. I have not played it yet.
At all?
I'm kind of not at all. No, it's still it's still wrapped in its packaging actually for PS4.
I can't count
Um,
that because I got that this year, but same.
oh, that's right. Um, well, I'm hoping here soon that I can, with my birthday coming up, get a PS5, if you know what I'm saying, and then I'll be able to experience it the correct way.
Well, you know what?
Um,
Just experiencing it is experiencing it the correct
yeah.
way.
Well, I've been also busy with a lot of other games too.
Yeah.
I've got Pokemon Sword and Shield. I beat the game. Promised myself I was going to do the expansion packs. Didn't do the expansion
So,
packs.
but you finished the single player, the main
I
story
did
quest.
finish the single
Okay,
player.
we can't
My
count
wife
that
did.
one then.
Oh man,
No, it's you
uh,
haven't finished it. Haven't finished it.
I got Torchlight 3 and Destiny 2 as well. At the
No,
beginning
no.
of the pandemic, my uncle got me back into Destiny 2, and but
Now Destiny's a little bit. I'm gonna give you a little bit of iffy pass on that one. There's a
yeah,
main story quest to it that you have to get past
mhm.
that I'll
It got
count.
retired.
Yeah. They also, I believe they took out one of the planets that you can go to that
What?
are like yeah,
IO. They
one
took
of the
out IO.
beginning planets.
They
So
took out
you
I
can
IO
go
in
loved
into
favor
IO.
of.
I have a mission I haven't completed on IO. It's still ongoing.
Oh well, you can. It's been retired, man. Like they retired all the missions with it. They retired the main story campaign. They
yeah,
retired it
that's one of the reasons
and
why.
replaced it
I-
with one of the DLC. So
I-
now
I-
you literally cannot play the main campaign of a game
Unless
that
you
you
have
might
the
have
deal.
bought.
I have no
Yeah.
reason to go back to that game now. I'm just gonna wait for
Yeah.
Destiny 3 to give two craps. All right, you have any more to give to me?
I also purchased Jackbox Party Pack 6, and then the pandemic happened.
Can you beat that?
Oh,
Can, what do you call
No,
beating that? Just
no,
win
you
every
can't.
every game mode
You
once?
can't. Even if you win every single version of it, you can't beat that game. No, that.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna move right along over to.
Yeah.
I am dying to hear this one. Dying to hear this list. Rob, what you got for me?
Well, I haven't finished the whole Master Chief collection yet. I think I'm on Halo 3,
Uh huh.
but I wasn't an Xbox guy back in the day, so I haven't even played like Halo 4 and I haven't finished Halo 3, and so working on that and Control Ultimate Edition. I beat the main story, but I haven't finished like the DLCs and stuff.
Doesn't count.
And doesn't count? Okay.
No, you finished the main story. DLC doesn't count. Online doesn't count.
Okay.
Just the main story.
I haven't finished Cyberpunk, honestly. I
Really?
got to the I got to
Wow.
the final mission, the point of no return,
Yeah.
and I was like, but there's so much left to do, and then I got sidetracked by all the things to do.
All the things to do. I made
Yeah.
it to where you get the motorcycle from a friend. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Wow.
Because anyone
Yeah,
who's gotten that
yeah.
far knows where I am. Anyone who hasn't gotten that far doesn't know what I'm talking about. So we're just gonna move on. So is that basically it? Acquired in 2020.
Yeah, I haven't really bought a whole lot of games recently. I mean, I've
Wow,
just kind of
really?
been playing
With
through
that-
my backlog recently,
With
and
that massive Christmas sale we have, you didn't have anything in there you
Oh
wanted.
man.
But you beat. Oh,
Really?
you got Resident Evil, but you beat that one, didn't you?
oh yeah, touche. I got Resident Evil 3, beat that,
Big gamer.
Okay.
and
I do have one thing to add
Yeah.
though. If this is all time, my Steam library is sitting at a nice 319 games.
oh,
And I've
I don't-
touched
That's cute.
All right, let's
Just
just gonna
We're
let's
not
not
doing
even.
this. We're not doing this.
I don't want to.
We're not doing
Aw,
this.
man.
I
I
am
don't-
not.
I'm
I am
not-
not. I'm not revealing my Steam library. That's not gonna
I can't. I
keep
have
your
all
mouth
mine
shut,
organized.
bro.
Give me a second.
All right, so to cap this
I have
off,
118. I have 118 games. I'm
So-
kind of lacking.
the point of this topic
mine
is
starts with a 5.
mine starts with a 4.
Oh no.
Oh
So-
no!
So to cap this off, the reason
I've been
for
using
this
Steam
topic-
since it started in 2004.
I
and
have.
Half-Life
Damn.
2 came out.
Damn.
To cap this up, the reason for the topic is I every time a new game comes out, you're like, ooh, I really want to play that. I really want to play that. I gotta get it. I get it, and then I'm like, crap. I have about 20 things I haven't been able to finish. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm an adult and I have to work and I have to do adult things. And oh, it's my day off. I can play some game. Oh, what, honey? You need me to go to the grocery store? Yeah, okay, I can do that. Yeah, sure. It's like, oh, it's I got a kid. I got to take. It's just life. You know, life happens. Life gets in the way. But you know, it just you always have that next game that's coming out. It's like I was watching the Nintendo Direct the other day, and I was sitting there. I was like, I want to play that. I want to play that. Oh, 2022. Okay, I can wait for that one. That's cool. They remade Link's Skyward Sword. Really? Okay, I'll play it. You know, but there's so many things I keep seeing over and over again. I can't help that I want to play the next thing. So, two things to wrap this up. One, the last game I was anticipating I got it and finished it, played it all the way through, was Star Wars Fallen Order. I got that game. I played it on Steam, but then I ended up getting it on the PS4. And what got me to finish that game was I started playing it with my son. He and I started playing, taking turns on it and everything. And I ended up finishing the story before he did. And if anyone who hasn't finished it, just close your ears or whatever. But there's a massive reveal at the very end of the game. I guess I'll just leave that secret because I guess somebody hasn't finished it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. But I'm not saying it. I wanted to see his reaction to the reveal. So he and I finished it. So I finished that game twice with him. The last game I started and finished, played all the way through, was God of War. Yeah, I got that game when I got my PS4 because I got the God of War edition of the PS4. And I got that game and I played through that game. I couldn't get enough of it. I even started a new game on it. But it's just, you don't have time. You have so much time to do stuff, yet you have stuff to do. So, Canaan, last game you anticipated, bought, and did actually finish.
Oh man,
One.
that I completely finished all the way through.
Single player mission, actually like
Yeah. I haven't finished a lot of games that I've gotten in my backlog. Like I play a lot of games to like 70-80%, take a break, and then just unintentionally don't go back. Um,
Yeah.
Damn,
Or
that's
restart later.
You want me to give you a minute? We can go to-
definitely no. Fallout 4. Fallout 4 2015 launch. That was it. Yep.
Nice.
I did all 4 factions. That was it.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Dang.
Yep.
What about
It's
you,
been
Blackman?
a minute.
Just last week, I finished the story of Hitman 2 and Hitman 3.
Oh, okay.
I've just been on a big old kick with that, so I finally finished the actual story mode for both of those.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to the DLC and some of the online stuff, but the game itself is going to go. I think they're going to stop supporting it here soon because I guess they're going to be making a James Bond game. So that's
I saw
interesting.
that.
Yeah. I purposely kept my list to like AAA titles as well. I know that Hades is more like an indie type of a game, but if you've seen that game, it looks AAA.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
yeah.
sweet game. Rob, what's your last game you anticipated, got, and finished?
Probably Resident Evil 3.
Wow. I would have thought it would have been something else. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna move right along. We're gonna
Talking about the original PS1 title, by the way.
yeah.
God, dude, that would have been
But-
wild.
Okay, I'm not even gonna go there. Anyway, so we're gonna go straight in to our main topic, and for our main topic, I have a special host for everybody. Take it away, Lord Scott Irish of whatever kingdom. I don't care.
Whenever you introduce him
So-
as somebody different, you just need to have him put on a hat
Just
and a fake
different hats.
mustache. Yeah, just yeah.
You're
just-
going to need a
just-
lot of
that's a gag.
hats.
That's just yeah. There's just a gag.
A different
One
hat
for every variation of your name.
a different
yeah.
hat for every segment. How about that?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay.
So I figured that electric cars are pretty cool. You know, their technology, they're pretty much going to be the future of transportation, as at least as we see it right now. But they're not necessarily as clean and as green as you might think. Like, yeah, we know that their emissions are essentially zero, but like that's really based on like the type of power grid that you're charging your car from. If you're charging it from like a coal-fired power plant, it's going to be like way more worse for the environment as opposed to like a solar grid or wind grid, for example. But obviously that's not something you can control, so yeah, a little bit of gray area there. But really the most surprising part is probably the amount of pollution that the production of electric vehicles contributes, because on average electronic vehicle production contributes about twice as much to global warming potential compared to the production of an internal combustion engine vehicle. And that's mainly due to the battery production, which is crazy because like that's supposed to be why electric cars are so green. But the reason is because of all of the like the mining for the raw materials to like make those batteries, and it's just like not really sustainable, and it's not really done ethically either.
So you're saying, so you're saying that even though it's considered to be the way of the future and that which will save us all, you're actually saying that it's technically worse to convert to electric than it is just to continue the way we are? How can that be?
How can that be?
I mean, I don't understand. I mean, how is it possible that something that does zero emissions, and just playing devil's advocate on this one, so everyone knows that electric cars are clean, reusable. It's the way things are headed, based on everything we're seeing with governments like taking and doing a big old thumbs down on coal and oil and trying to make it where you get tax breaks for reusable energy, solar grids, water hydro plants, wind farms. So basically building the infrastructure to make electric cars, mass produce them, and the charging ability, like the cobalt, nickel, the iron, all the stuff that is necessary for the batteries and the charging banks and the stations to create them, is going to be worse than just fixing the coal cars we have now.
Did you
It might
say
be
coal
surprising, but
Coal.
right, the coal cars.
cars? Okay. Oh yeah,
No,
yeah.
my
No, I
car
got you.
is powered by liquid dinosaurs. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Got the
But
T-Rex freemium.
No, I was using it as an example, you know, because
yeah.
the old engines used to burn on coal and everything like that. They're burning of the fossil fuels. Never mind. I was trying to be funny. Just anyway, moving along.
No, that's good. I mean, even
Explaining
like,
the joke was
even
the
though they
funnier
do have like a higher carbon footprint at the start, like just based on the higher the different materials required in order to create like the batteries and everything, as opposed to just like an internal combustion engine is just a chunk of metal
Yeah.
powered by liquid dinosaurs. So it's pretty easy to make. So, and another surprising thing about them is the break-even point where the potential like pollution or whatever, it finally breaks even with an internal combustion engine car. So for a mid-size electric vehicle, this is based on a German study where there was an average of 40% coal power generation and 30% renewable, and I don't know what the other 30% was. I'm just going off this article I was checking out. But they were saying that a mid-size electric vehicle like a Model 3 would take
That's the model.
125,000 kilometers. That's over 77,000 miles to just break even to the point of being even with a diesel vehicle, which diesel's not very common over here, but over in Europe they are.
Yeah.
So for the break-even point, though, with just the production of a gas vehicle, you got to drive that electric vehicle 60,000 kilometers. That's over 37,000 miles just to be even with the exact same like gas powered car. And if you look at like the average length of a lease for like a new car, it's only 2 to 4 years. Like most people like getting a new car on lease every couple years aren't even going to reach that point. So they're just like generating even more and more pollution, trying to go green with all these brand new electric cars.
What's going to happen to the car after the 4-year lease? Is
It's
it going to
gonna
get
obviously go to someone
dismantled or
else and
reselled? But then
yeah, well,
that
I mean,
would
just
that
like
would that would
cars are
still
now.
impact the so how the lifespan of a lithium-ion battery, how long do you generally think it is before it loses about 15-20% capacity?
Well,
How
with
long?
cars, they have a lot higher tolerance, so it can't even
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
On
Probably like
average,
I would say like at least 6 to 10 years, right?
on
probably.
average a hybrid battery is basically losing its ability after around 100,000 miles. You
Yeah.
reach
So you still have another
120,000 miles.
60,000 men.
So
And
I
then
mean,
you have to take the most polluting part of the vehicle and
Mm-hmm.
replace it.
right, and you can reuse the shell, but everyone knows after 5 years you have diminishing returns when it comes to actual car parts. When it comes to like the things that you use every single day, the hinges and the knobs and the switches or whatever, every single thing that gets used on a constant basis, even though it's basically like a solid state drive where there's no moving parts, you're still using the device. It still is creating actual energy and expelling it. And now, I'm just referring to a hybrid, not even an electric car. An electric car could be worse, and the amount of batteries in the electric car are 3 times the amount you'll see in a hybrid. Now, just again to play being devil's advocate again, but doesn't all the creation of the new battery cells and getting all those minerals versus the fossil fuels and converting them, wouldn't it create more jobs and cleaner jobs? Isn't it better for the environment to harvest those things? And
Yeah, I mean, once we're not having to rely on these batteries that are not only causing pollution issues with their production, but ethical issues with how they're being mined, like for the raw materials to make these batteries. Like the one of the main components in like batteries is cobalt, which is mined in the Democratic Republic of the Congo in
Mhm.
Africa. And they got children as young as 4 over there, like
four,
mining 4 years
four.
old, mining the 4 years old, 1, 2, 3, 4 years old, digging like not necessarily out there with a pickaxe,
I'm just
mining
imagining
underground,
a 4 year old
but
with a diaper and a binky, and they're just like hi ho, it's off to work they
Playing
go.
Minecraft mode.
Yeah,
no, I mean that's going to be more like in your open pit mines where it's just like
carrying
a
buckets.
literally
Yeah,
giant pit
yeah.
in the ground, and you're
Mhm.
seeing little kids like able to recognize like, oh, this
Mhm.
is what we're looking for. Like, this is what makes us money. This is a fucking rock.
Okay, so you guys make some good points about the real cost long term of creating these lithium ion batteries. That's the biggest thing that a lot of people are talking about, right? But when you compare it, like there's two different statistics that you can go by on how often using average driving it would take you to break even using the lithium ion
Now
battery.
that's from building the one
When
car,
yeah,
by the way. That's from building
yeah,
the one
yeah, from
car.
building the one car. Yeah. So to break even, it's normally offset in the United States. It's normally offset between 6 to 16 months of average driving because we drive a lot more and a lot longer distances in the
That's
United
fair.
States,
Yeah.
and it's 2 years in the EU in the on average. So this isn't counting smaller countries that most people don't drive, like the UK, where most people ride the train or the trolley or the bus or whatever it is. I don't know. But after
They
that
use
point,
public transportation more. Yeah.
yeah, they use public. They have infrastructure for that they actually
Hmm.
pay into, but that's a whole different topic.
Mm.
But in the United States, that the main point goes what happens after the battery dies, right? That's a
Hmm.
big thing, right? Um, Even in the United States with just lead batteries, over 99% of them are recycled. Almost all lead acid batteries in the United States are recycled. The same thing is starting to happen with lithium ion batteries because they're being handled in mainly the same ways. They're being dropped off at specific locations. They're taken to licensed resellers and repair people to dismantle them in environmentally friendly ways. So the whatever's left is collected and then reutilized or incinerated in whatever economically and ecologically friendly way that they can. Those are the biggest things to like counter what you guys have been saying.
Right.
But another thing that goes into it is let's take Tesla for example. Their production costs are starting to ramp up because they went from like 100,000. Let me get the actual numbers so I'm not lying about them. They went from tens of thousands of cars being developed from like 2017 to 2018 and 19 to 500,000 in 2020. Like it's to the moon. Elon Musk
Yeah.
is going to the moon. But they also have had a frequent rise in consumer complaints about it because they ramped up production, and so they have less regulation and less redundancy checks and whatnot. So they're in some instances doubling the environmental hazards for one car because they're not actually quality assurance testing it like they should.
Mhm.
It's like a big thing. Linus Tech Tips has a big video on it where he literally
Yeah.
got a Tesla and then he's like,
A
yeah,
Volt
some
or
crap
something.
broke. Yeah, some crap broke in it like during the 3 days I was shooting with it, and we had to go get it repaired and get another one to finish the review. So just like a lot of these electronic manufacturers are not up to par with other manufacturers that have been
Right.
doing it for over 100 years at this point.
Now, there is something to be said. Now, just as a disclaimer, I myself am a fan of the Tesla car and everything. Rob and I both used to work at a company that actually did some of the design work for one of their facilities. So just as a disclaimer: we're not sponsored by or have no connection to the affiliate like that, but we do have a connection to the design and the building of the actual facility that was made as well. I also have done other car plants that aren't electric. We did a Mercedes plant and I did a Kia plant a long time ago, but that's just legal mumbo jumbo. I have to specify that, but I myself, I want an electric car. I want a Tesla. I want to go more green. I want to put solar panels on my roof. There are great advantages to going to clean and reusable energy. My question is there a point that we could get to where it's actually beneficial? Is there a way to get over the hump of the negative of the way it's mined, the way it's processed and produced, the way that it's cultivated and created, and the way that we actually have to use it to actually benefit from it? At what point would it be actually a benefit? Would our children get the benefit from that, or would their children get the benefit from that, or are we just causing a bigger problem?
Well, hopefully here soon we'll have an alternative. Sometime this year, a company called Salient Energy, they're actually coming up with an alternative, zinc-ion batteries, which are safer to produce because zinc is available in North America,
Right.
and it's a lot safer to recycle as well. And this post was from January 4th, 2021. And I guess they're making really good strides on it. And one of
I'll
their
have to look
goals
that up,
is
take
to
a
have
look
this
at
be
that.
a replacement battery.
Okay.
And it would be something that's a
thought-
lot more.
I thought that nickel cadmium was the secondary source.
Uh,
I thought the nickel
this
cadmium
company
batteries
here
were the secondary
specifically, they have zinc ion.
source. Okay.
So the other
Yeah.
good thing with people buying into this is there's a lot of competition to try to make things better. And hopefully we do get a chance to make things better because
Well,
lithium is
Well, even
just,
if we do
lithium
make
itself
things
is just,
better, there's
yeah,
still like the infrastructure problem because like
yeah.
exponential growth of electric cars is going to require exponential growth in charging stations. Like a couple years ago, there was hours long waits at Tesla supercharging stations just because of so many people commuting for the holidays. And with an electric car, once you're low and you have to stop, you have to stop. You have to charge. So
Just
you were
push it a few more
saying,
miles.
right? Yeah, you can't just maybe we'll
Or you
make it
can
to the
get
next.
one of those
We're running
gas
on
Good
vans
luck
to
pushing
run a
those cars.
generator to you.
yeah, we're running on fumes. There's
Well,
no fumes in the
What
battery.
fumes?
I
Yeah,
actually
but
looked
so
up
like
that
you were
story a
saying,
couple
with
of days
over
ago.
500,000 Teslas produced last year, there's only 20,000 charging stations worldwide. Compare that with 112,000 gas stations in the US alone, and just refueling your electric cars, that's got a long ways to come.
I kind of want to know how many of those Tesla stations are specifically within the continental United States.
Now,
It's got to be at least half of them. At least half of them
Right.
just in the U.S.
14,497 supercharged stations in the U.S. alone.
And there's 20,000 total. That's like 2/3.
Worldwide.
That's insane. Dang.
This is North America,
And
by the way. It includes.
Oh,
and
so
with
it
your
includes
electric
Canada.
car,
Yeah, it imports
for a full
Canada
charge,
and-
you're looking at like an hour and a half on like a good like high voltage charge, up to like 12 hours if you just plug it into your typical 110 socket at home.
I was reading this exact article that he's telling you about. I was reading that and I was just like, I was floored. I was like, okay, so Tesla has been around for how long exactly? The cars themselves, because I've been seeing them on the road for at least 5-7 years now.
7
Well, they
years?
did the
Yeah,
Tesla
7 years.
Roadster
Yeah,
a while ago.
Well, I mean, like mass
I don't even
producing.
know.
They came out with
Oh.
the first one, and then that there's 3 major ones right now, right? You have the new one that's kind of like a mini SUV, but then you have the 2-door Roadster, and then you have the 4-door sedan. I like the
Was it the
X.
Model X and the Model S? Is that it?
The X has the gold ring
And
doors
Y.
on it that I love.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
There's 4 of them. It's the
Four?
sexy, the Model S, the Model 3, the
And they
Model
have a
X, and
truck,
the Model Y.
and they have the truck. They have the truck coming.
Yeah,
All I'm
and-
saying is I would let that truck do some things to me. You know, I like the design.
From what
love
I
the hard
understand, that truck
angles.
would do some things to you. Now, listen.
Yeah.
It's not just Tesla. It's not just Tesla. We're not going to just bash
Yeah.
on Tesla. I'm not going to hate on Tesla. I like Tesla. Elon Musk, if you're watching, which I know you're
Yeah.
not. Elon Musk, if you're watching, I love everything you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing.
especially
because-
SpaceX.
Especially SpaceX.
Regulations aren't bad, Elon.
And I'm dying to actually get my hands on and try your internet, because I think your internet is the way of the future for internet. I'm dying to try that. If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, we can talk about that another time.
I've seen that Space Link
but-
or something.
Yeah, it's something like that. You buy the thing and it's like $500 for the starter kit, and that includes the dish and the router. Anyway, we're not talking about that. But it's GM is trying to go all electric by when?
Yeah.
When was that, Rob? I can't find the article anymore.
2035?
2035.
I thought it was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's
Think-
20.
Put that into perspective. 2035. It's 2021.
When did I know that the president of the sorry to cut you off, Fire, but I know that the president of the United States said that he wanted to convert all federal vehicles to fully electric by I think I want to say 2030. So that's probably why GM made such a big push, is because
is.
it's going to directly cut into Tesla's market share.
Well,
Correct.
about what 70% of military vehicles are GM products of some kind.
Yeah.
I mean but yeah, it's even God, I don't even want to talk about this one. Ford, for the love of God.
Oh God.
Okay, so
We're going to make a crossover and we're going to call it a Mustang.
no.
No, you have no
So,
idea.
look,
They
you know what-
actually
you know what?
announced.
Ford. There's a 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-E, all electric Mustang. Look, just for the love of God, why?
That is a small SUV, not a Mustang.
Oh man, when I saw the front, I was like, no.
You know what?
I don't
It
even
looks
know
like they
cars that
took a
well. I'm
Mustang
like,
and
no.
were just like, eh?
Why? Why the Mustang? For the love of God, why the Mustang? Why can't you just do the Taurus? Just do the electric Taurus.
Because they want to go back
Taurus
like
would have been a good one.
the 2000s were okay, the 2010s were okay for Mustang, right? But they want to go. It's been, what was it? It was 20 years of great and then 10 years of shit for
Yeah.
Mustangs, right? And then it came back to
Yeah.
good in the 2000s and the 2010s. So we're in a cycle now. It has to repeat. So for the next decade, Mustangs are going to be dog shit.
You know what they're doing? You know what they're going to do? This is going to be the Mustang 2 all over again.
Okay.
No,
Bring
I'm-
back
I'm-
with nostalgia later.
I'm
when they
calling it
fix
now. It's going to it's going to be ridiculously stupid, and they're gonna have to roll this back in 2 years because they're gonna try it once. It's not gonna work. They're like, oh, well,
No,
people
it'll
just
get a
didn't understand-
facelift and it'll come back as like, I don't know, the Thunderbird because it's electric.
Oh Jesus
Oh, God.
Christ!
Wait, is it
That
not
would
the-
make
oh,
fucking
the
sense.
myth,
No,
the myth.
it's gonna be the
Thunderbird.
Thund E-Bird too. It's gonna be something stupid like that. The Thund E-Bird.
Thunderbird.
Yeah. No,
Thundy
look,
Bird Mach-E.
we. You know what? I'm not even a fan of Ford. I'm not even a fan of Ford. I've actually sworn off all American vehicles for a while. I have had nothing but disappointment for every American type vehicle I've had in the last 10, 20 years. So I'm only buying foreign cars. I mean, all of them are foreign now anyway. It doesn't really matter. But
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I wish we were doing this podcast back when the Volkswagen shit came out, where it was about the
Yeah.
gas emissions.
yeah,
Because there's like
Dieselgate.
so many jokes. There's
Dieselgate.
so many jokes made about
we can talk about that. We
Just-
can talk about that another time. But look,
Oh,
look,
man.
we're gonna wrap it. We're gonna wrap this up. And does anyone have any closing arguments for this? No.
I
Okay.
think
Cars.
before the
Cars.
infrastructure for all the electric cars is like fully there, I think like an awesome middle ground is an electric powered vehicle with a small gas generating or a small electric generator. So
Yeah.
that way you're not stuck in the middle of nowhere when your electric range runs out. There's no more range anxiety, and it's literally just a small generator. It's not you
Mhm.
don't need tons of
I
power. You tune it for
Treadmill.
efficiency
Treadmill.
I
and
treadmill.
Put a treadmill on it. We need to
I
solve America's obesity problem by giving
oh
them Teslas.
god.
Elon, you can
You say
Elon, you can take
obesity.
this. You can take this, Elon.
American ran
Free of
Teslas.
charge.
We won't do it.
Just pay for
We'll
my
give,
college.
we just yeah.
You say
pay for
that.
my
I
college.
want the Jetsons where they just put their dogs out and
Oh
let
my
it
God.
run on the track.
Really packed. So
Perfect.
my
Perfect fix for me. I have a
my
husky for that.
suggestion is basically similar to yours. Only I'm thinking you take a combination of all three. You take a bit of the all electric combined with the hybrid technology. You actually do it all the way it's supposed to be done, but you also put in a bit of solar. You make the cars where they can actually obtain the solar energy and bring it into the cell to help. Look, it's possible. It can happen.
Yeah, it can. It just be super expensive.
As long as
to
you
try
don't
to
park it in
implement
the
that.
garage.
Yeah.
That's what the gas is. No, look. If you were to actually try and actually go and innovate on it, if they were trying to innovate on it, I believe that they could actually do something with it. But then again, you could do something with wind, but I don't think we're gonna go there because that's just. Can you imagine see a bunch
Let's
of
all
a
attach
bunch of sailing
turbines.
sheets coming off the back of the F-150s? But I can't hear you. You
No,
cut
you'll
out.
just have a car. You'll just have a car
Still,
that has one of those little pin
it would still
hats
be
on
it would
top of it.
it would still be better than the base 150.
Oh God, we're okay. And then on that note, we're done. So we're gonna move straight into Crunch Time. This is a new segment we have for you. Last time we brought you that eloquent, nicely put as a brain teaser of observation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch that episode and just.
You're trying to throw me off. You're trying to throw me off.
I mean, it was. I'm just gonna say it was epic. So, this time we're gonna bring you Crunch Time. My main man Crunchy
Okay.
here. He has 1 minute. 1 minute to tell us everything that he can. I need my stopwatch. Hold on.
Oh, he's
just
getting the
stopwatch on
stopwatch. Let's do it.
screen.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Tell me what I got to cover.
You have 1 minute to tell me everything that you can that is awesome about Dragon Age Inquisition, and go.
Well, actually, the topic is covering about Dragon Age Inquisition, the game that's coming after it, where it follows the ending of the last one with, I'm not going to spoil it, but the Trespasser DLC was largely involved. But essentially, it's not good news so much as relieving news. So some of the main story leads from Dragon Age Inquisition and Dragon Age Origins left the team at BioWare because they had a philosophical disagreement about the direction to take the game. It turns out that the reason that happened is because the Dragon Age team was told by BioWare and EA that they were going to turn Dragon Age into a service game, right? Into a service game with multiplayer elements, free it was going to be like multiplayer elements where you had to pay for loot boxes, skins, all that good stuff, like what we see in Fortnite, other games. I'm serious. And so they went and they saw how Anthem performed, how dismally it performed, and they saw how bad all of their other games that were on that same.
And
the
time.
Battlefront 2, they saw how it was, and they decided not to do that.
Time.
They decided not to do that. Yeah.
And that was Crunch Time,
That's
people.
basically it.
Tune in next time
Yeah,
when we're going to
basically.
bring you the pack moment. It's going to be finally revealed. Where did he get the chair? Now, we're going to go. That's going to be it for us today. So we're going to finish this off by giving what we've been playing lately. So tell me, Pac-Man, I know you've been playing Hitman. Do I even have to ask? I mean, you've been playing Hitman,
I don't
right?
have much else at the moment, but I will say, have any of you seen the Pokemon Direct?
No.
I saw some of it. Yeah.
No,
So-
but I
Oh,
did hear that
man.
I can get go to McDonald's and get a special Pikachu Happy Meal, and that brings us over to Crunchy.
Good
Crunchy,
luck.
what have you been playing?
God. I just recently I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild, and I've also been playing a mod for Skyrim that was released as its own kind of standalone
Is it,
title on Steam called Indorol: Forgotten Stories. It's like They use the creation kit that Skyrim offers, and they basically just used assets. They had hired their own voice actors. It's its own world with its own lore. It's literally a game that you can just install for free. And for free, the quality is amazing. It has its own lore, its own background, its own universe, its own races, its own story, its own mechanics, new spells, new weapons, new skins. It's in a higher res than base Skyrim. I've played probably 20 hours of that, and it's literally you. As long as you own Skyrim, either edition now, you can own Old Rim or the new special edition, and it's just go to Steam Marketplace, look up Enderal, and you can just install it. It's
Interall.
completely free.
Now
Enderal.
you started this by saying that you're playing a Skyrim mod, and my only question is, isn't Skyrim only a mod now? I mean,
At this point, yeah.
I mean, at this
Skyrim is a mod.
At this point, can
If
you
you
even
think
play?
about it, all games are mods.
Can you even play Skyrim without a mod? I have never. I don't. I didn't even want to try.
Have you-
It. So
I beat it vanilla. I'm just built different.
sounds dirty, and we'll talk about it later. So, Rob, what have you been playing lately? Wait. Let me guess. Cyberpunk?
No, Uncharted.
Oh, that's right.
Uncharted, yeah, dude.
Fun.
You let me borrow your PS4 when you got that PS5, and
Oh, wait, you've been playing 4. Are you playing 4?
I played through 1, 2, and 3 in like 2.5 days, maybe 3
Oh my
days.
god.
Dude, I fucking love those. I platinumed all 3 on the PS3, like 100%, except for the multiplayer trophies, and I just can't bring myself to do that again because it gets really difficult on the higher difficulties, and there's brutal difficulty now on the original 3 in the remastered collection. But it was nice because I was like coming up to all these rooms and going like, oh fuck, it's this part. Oh fuck, it's this part. And then it was just like, and then like it was over, and it was like, oh shit, normal is pretty normal. Wow, I'm having a good time. And then yeah, I finally got to Uncharted 4, and I played that one before, but I didn't get to spend time exploring and actually enjoying it.
Well,
So,
you
taking my time with
have
that one.
2 more days. 2 more days to finish Uncharted before the PS4 will have the ability to play the Final Fantasy VII Remake. For those of
Yeah,
you
I'm
who
glad
didn't
you have
hear,
PS Plus.
I got the PS5 as a late Christmas present from the wife, and I loaned him my PS4 because he just doesn't have one. And
PS3 was the last console I bought. I'm a PC gamer.
Damn.
Yeah.
There's no shame in it. There's no shame in it. No, I prefer playing. I was this close to buying a Series X, but not until I got my PS5. But anyway, the on PlayStation Plus, if you have PlayStation Plus, you get a free game every month as long as you continue with the service. This next month's PlayStation Plus games are. Hold on, I just had it. It's Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of them. There was another one. I know that probably. Remnant, Remnant from the Ashes and Farpoint. But what's funny about the Final Fantasy thing is he and I were texting the other day, and we were talking about talking about the games that are on the library and stuff like that. And we were talking about buying the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and we were like, it's full price right now. Let's just wait, and we got other things to play. And then just
2 days later. Oh,
2
it's
days
free.
later. Oh, by the way, you're gonna get it for free in 3 days. So I'm like, okay, well, whew, I dodged a $60 bullet there. So, so what have I been playing? Well, if it wasn't evident by my first topic, nothing. I haven't been playing. No,
Oh man.
I've been playing Valheim when I can. I've been playing Destruction All Stars when my son lets me. And I've been playing Sackboy when my son makes me, because we have Sackboy's Adventure, and it's actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's cute. It's totally a kid's game though. I got the Mario 3D Adventure with Bowser's Fury, and we've been trying to collect all the green stars in the 3D adventure game. If you haven't seen it in play, it's really cute. They kind of reduced it down a little bit, but I thought it was going to be more like Odyssey, but multiplayer. It's not.
Did you play Super Mario 3D Land, the original from the 3DS?
I didn't have a 3D. I've never had a 3DS.
Yeah.
Let me know if you
Dude,
want
it's
to
literally
online play.
Maybe.
My wife and I will join you.
But to sum up and go back to my
You guys swing?
my topic from earlier, the games anticipated didn't. No, I'll just leave it. I'm not even gonna go there. So I have kind of like a New Year's resolution. I'm putting myself into a nerd resolution. Okay, I am not going to buy any new games until I clear at least 4 of these games off of this list. I can't buy a single game for myself until I finish 4 of these games, whether I've started them or not at this point. And this list I read off to you is where I'm starting. I'm going to finish at least 4 of these before I buy my next game for myself. And there's some games coming down the pipeline what I'm pretty anticipated. I'm getting the library. I'm getting it done. I can't do it. I can't just have now. That's going to be it. That's going to be all the nerd we have for you guys tonight. Thank you for joining us. If you want to join us and discuss things off camera, you can leave us down in the description. We have a Discord. Come and join us. Nerd out with us. Share some thoughts. If you have a topic or a suggestion you want for the show, if you have a mystery topic you want to suggest, the email for us is down in the description as well. Comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Even if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down button. It helps us. It doesn't cost you a penny. Don't be cheap. Come on. And that's going to be it. Everyone, thanks for joining me. Have a great night. Keep your nerd on.